Hello. Okay, we are live. Let me see. Okay, people have started joining. Let me see if the live is visible. Yeah. Okay. Let's wait for more people to join. We'll wait for 1 minute and then we will start. Okay. Okay. So we have 150 people. Just 30 seconds more because once people join, we can take a look at the chat section. Okay, so can someone confirm if my audio is clear? Hi Anjali, hi, hi Meena, hi. Yeah, can someone confirm if my audio is clear? Yes, okay, perfect. Great then. We can get started. So the topic that we want to discuss in this live session is, let's try to see the job market, what are trending in particular geographies. Let's take example of cloud platform, for example. So we will try to understand. I'll pick from the chat section. You can comment a area like, yeah, I see Nigeria. So we will go to LinkedIn. We will see in Nigeria which cloud platform are most of the companies looking for, and we will also try to understand what are the skills that are most companies looking for in Nigeria. Now we got a recommendation for Telangana, Hyderabad as well. Sure, we will take a look at that. So first thing that I will start with is, okay, let's start with London, UK. There are some people asking for it. Then we will go to Ireland. Then we will go to Karnataka. So simple. I've shown in one of the videos as well how you need to search for it. So I'll share my screen. Cool. So sharing my screen. Yep, you are able to see it. Now let's search for DevOps engineer, and the area that we are interested is London. So let's search for that. So it will be very easy to understand once you perform this research. I want every one of you, whenever you have any questions, you don't have to trust anyone. You can just do what I'm doing in this live session. You can just go to DevOps engineer, search for London, United Kingdom, because I want to basically understand. So let's see which cloud platform are most of the companies looking in London for the DevOps engineer job role. Okay, so this is the source of truth where a lot of companies post here. So the first one is Capgemini, and what are they looking for? Is there any cloud platform that they mentioned here? Amazon Web Services, right? So someone is looking for Amazon Web Services. Let's see the other post. This is Formula One. Again, this is a DevOps engineer and AWS experience. So I saw two job postings in London. Both of them are looking for AWS. Let's see the third one. We will just see 4 to 5. With that, we will be able to understand. So this one is again, okay, let me see. Okay, this is also on AWS. Now let's scroll down. Right, let me scroll down. Let's go to this one. I don't know which companies are this. I'm randomly searching. So there is this company called Zabia, and even they are searching for AWS. Skills is AWS. Remote job position, AWS DevOps engineer. One final thing we will search: senior DevOps engineer UKTV. And what are they looking for? They are also looking for AWS. So I saw 5 job postings and all 5 of them are looking for AWS as a cloud platform. So maybe if you are in this particular region that I'm searching for, London area, United Kingdom, it's better you prefer AWS because many of the companies are looking for AWS here. Cool. Let's pick up another region. Telangana, Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh. I'm not searching for Andhra Pradesh because there are not many companies there. So I will search for Telangana because Hyderabad comes, usually people mention as Hyderabad, Telangana. So let me search that. It would be easier, right? Because if I search for Andhra Pradesh, the number of job postings might be less. So better I search for Telangana and then we can look at some job postings. So this will basically be for both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So I will not search for Andhra Pradesh again. Okay. Uh, Let me put this as Hyderabad, Telangana. We will also try to see not just about the cloud platform, we will also see the other things. Okay. Warner Brothers Discovery. Let's see what is it with Warner Brothers. So here, did they mention any cloud platform? You can also see along with me. Yep. So AWS. Let's randomly go and search for other company. This is ServiceNow. There is a senior DevOps SRE position. So let's see what is ServiceNow looking for. 5 years of experience. Okay, and they're looking for Azure preferred and AWS. That means they are looking for Azure as a preferred option. Second option is AWS. Okay, in Hyderabad we found one position for Azure and one position for AWS. Let's move and search for other companies. Senior DevOps engineer, Swiss RE. Let's see what this company is looking for. Microsoft Azure, expertise in Microsoft Azure. So two companies we found are looking for Microsoft Azure and one company is looking for AWS. Let's see this one, final one. Here, okay, here they are looking for AWS. So we saw 4 companies. 2 of them were looking for Azure. 2 of them were looking for AWS. So if you are in Telangana, Hyderabad, then you have good opportunities both for AWS and Azure within this short research that I've performed. But if you want to understand even more, probably you can explore more number of job openings. Okay, let me pick up another region. Okay, let me scroll down. There are a lot of comments. If someone has already commented your region, please don't do it again. Let's do it for Pune. Let's see. Now for Pune, we will not only see the cloud platform, but we will also try to look at few more things. We will try to understand the repeating skills. So we will also focus on the DevOps skills. Okay, the first one we are looking at is Nvidia in Pune, and let's see what are the expectations, what we need to see. Let's go to this one, ways to stand out from the crowd. That means good to have skills. We'll also focus on what we need to see, both of them. Ability to analyze, troubleshooting skills. They are looking at Kibana, Grafana, Splunk, and outstanding. Okay, these are fine. So if you have monitoring skills, then it's an added advantage. But what are the primary skills? So the primary skills are CI/CD using with experience in Docker and virtualization, good problem solving skills, Ansible. Then they're looking for GitLab, GitHub, master's degree in computer science, and programming background in Python. Python is almost like a skill that most of the people are looking for. So they don't mention anything about the cloud platform. So mostly they are okay with any cloud platform that people are working on. They are not that focused, but their focus is mostly on CI/CD, monitoring, and Ansible. As I look here, let's go to the other one in Pune. Maybe let me search for this one, DevOps Engineer 1. So it's a fresher position basically. So what are they looking here? Jenkins for the CI/CD, Docker, multi-stage builds in Docker, Ansible. So we saw two job profiles with Ansible. That means it's a good skill that you can have or should have. And Python. Again, people are looking for Python here. And cloud platform, even this company is not that bothered about, as I understand from here. Let's go to other one, precisely DevOps engineer. So here they are looking for AWS, and then they have, yeah, AWS is the skill, and they are also looking for Python, and mostly the job description has things related to AWS only. So this company is looking for AWS. So if you are in Pune, till now we saw things like Python. Usually, maybe from state to state it might not differ that much. Like if you are in Hyderabad or if you're in Pune, your skills required might not change that much, because within India the requirements from the Indian clients or the tool set that is using might not differ that much from state to state. But I'm generally trying to understand, looking at multiple job opportunities. AWS is the skill that we saw here, and Azure. So till now, what I've noticed is if you are in India, AWS and Azure have good number of opportunities. Whereas when we saw in UK, most of the companies were looking for AWS as the primary skill, right? So this is a point to note. If you are a DevOps aspirant in UK, probably focus more on AWS, because a lot of opportunities are on AWS. And if you are in India, Pune, Hyderabad, till now we saw these things. Opportunities are balanced. There are slightly more opportunities for AWS, but Microsoft Azure also has good number of opportunities. And then the common skills are Python, Ansible, Terraform, Kubernetes. That is what we saw. Let's move to, okay, a lot of people are asking about US. Let's take US. United States. So I'm searching generally for DevOps engineer position. You can search for DevOps engineer. You can also set the experience level. But in general, there are different types of subscribers who have joined. So I'm just trying to be very generic. DevOps engineer, United States. Cool. Let's see. JP Morgan and Chase. JP Morgan, Chase and Co. This is a position in the United States. They are not that particular about the cloud platform. Here they are mostly looking for CI/CD, Linux networking, Terraform and Ansible, Prometheus and ELK. Let's go to the next one. You can also compare the pay cycle. Here, LinkedIn provides average salary that this company is offering. So you can also understand from that. Okay, here again, this company is not that particular about the cloud platform. Oh, okay, GKE. So this company is looking for opportunities or for people who have GKE skill. Till now, this is the first one we saw with GKE. We might have searched for probably 15 job postings, and this is the first one we saw with GKE. Good. Let's go to other one. Maybe we find more with GKE in the US. Let's see. Okay, again, this job position is expecting experience on CI/CD, then Ansible, then knowledge on Git, Linux, Python scripting. Cool. Let's go to something different. Like, I'm trying to pick up any company that is familiar. Okay, let's randomly pick this. This is Elite. Let's see what are the requirements that they're looking for. Till now, you might have understood that every company is looking for Kubernetes, every company is looking for CI/CD, Ansible, and Terraform. So you know these are mandatory skills. Okay, it's AWS, but if you notice carefully, they are talking about AWS, but this is in the bracket section, so they might not be that particular about it. So even if you have any cloud platform knowledge, they are okay with it. Let's see Zscaler. Till now in the US, I saw that cloud platforms are not being that mentioned in the job description. Here AWS is preferred. Okay, one for AWS and one for GCP. GCP we just saw in US, in UK and India. We did not see that much of GKE. Okay, now this is Azure DevOps. So US, there is one AWS, one is Azure DevOps, and one in GKE. So the opportunities are quite widespread. Let's see if they have anything more on GKE, because often people ask me about GKE. Even because we are on this live session, it is good to see if any more companies are looking for GCP. Okay, one more here, such as AWS and GCP. So US, there is market for GCP also. Of course, it is less, but still I find companies looking for GCP in the US. Okay, so let's go to another one. This is AWS. AWS EKS is a big plus for them. So yeah, you can assume that AWS is winning this competition. One more, AWS, but GCP also. Oh, sorry, my bad. So this is for GCP. Great. So there are good number of opportunities for GCP also, as I see in the US compared to the other places, because in UK and in India, I did not find any positions. I mean, of course, I just searched for 5 to 6 job openings. If I search on number of profiles, if I increase the scale, maybe I will see. But just by performing my research on less number of positions, I noticed that in US, people are looking for GCP. Again, one more for GCP. In India and UK, there is no GCP market as I see. I think it's very harsh to say no. Probably I would say the market is less, because it's not fair, and even I don't think I can say uh, no opportunities. I think US, it is GCP specific. Yeah, I see good number of opportunities for GCP. So yeah, if you are in the US, then if you are learning GCP, I'm sure it will come to use. Canada. Let's see Canada. A lot of people are asking for Ontario, Ontario, Canada. Please excuse me if I pronounce the names wrong because I might not be aware of some places. Of course, I know Ontario, but still, if I pronounce some names wrong, please excuse me. Okay, the first one that we are seeing here in Canada is Tata Consultancy Services. It's a service-based company, but still, AWS and Azure are the preferred skills here. Let's go to BMO. I don't know what is the full form of BMO, but what are they looking for? So here, the cloud platform that they are looking for is, okay, there is no mention of the cloud platform. Let's move to the next one. Azure. Okay, we saw one for AWS, one for Azure. CGI. Let me quickly search more number of companies so that we get an understanding. GCP or AWS. Let's go to the next one. So we saw two for AWS, one for Azure, and one for GCP. Okay, do I see the cloud platform here? I might also miss. So, okay, CDK, AWS. Let's move to the next one. Urban Code, Jenkins. Okay, let's go to Paymenters. I think this will be the last one that we will search so that we generally get an idea. AWS. Okay, so looking at multiple opportunities. Again, one more thing that I've noticed is Argo CD is being asked in a lot of positions. As I keep scrolling, like I might be only talking about the cloud platform, but still I'm looking at each and every job description. This way, I spent last week researching almost like 1000 job profiles. I was just sitting and I was looking at multiple job profiles across different geographies, just trying to understand the job market because that will also help me as a person who is training the DevOps engineers. Cool. So Kubernetes, Argo CD, Docker, CI/CD, Terraform, Ansible. These are the skills that everyone is looking for. And in Canada, again, I see a lot of opportunities for AWS, very less for GCP as well as Azure. Now you might say, but Abhishek, how can you say that? You might have looked only at some 10-15 profiles. Yes, so this research is only based on, like right now, whatever I'm showing you in the live session is only based on some 10-15 profiles. But because we are randomly picking up these things, I assume we are, we can generally get to an analysis. So I randomly pick few profiles and I'm trying to look at what cloud platforms and what are they looking at. So you can assume we are just doing a survey. So looks like in Canada, most of the opportunities are for AWS. There are few opportunities for Azure and GCP. US is the only place where I saw more number of GCP related things. So it's good if someone is learning GCP, and if you are in the US, great. Well, let's look at Singapore. To be honest, I did not check Singapore before. This will be the first time even I am looking at the profiles in Singapore. Towards the end, we will also do Ask Me Anything, right? I will also do that just for 15-20 minutes because it has been a tradition from last few months where I'm doing this Ask Me Anything session. So if any of you have any questions, you can ask. Like we will complete this in 10-15 minutes and then, or 5 to 10 minutes, and then we can go for Ask Me Anything where you can ask me questions. Okay, Singapore, let's check this one, Wipro. Cloud technologies, AWS. It's written here. Binance. Let's see what is Binance. Focusing on AWS. Uh, Tencent. 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 Okay. Tencent, I don't see a mention of cloud platform. So they might be okay with anyone. Lead release DevOps engineer. Salesforce. I think Salesforce, they might be okay with again anything. So let's go with Deloitte and see. Deloitte in Singapore, are they okay with any cloud platform or they have anything in specific? Some companies might not mention a preferred skill in the cloud platform because they are comfortable with person who, like here they say migration to cloud. So they are confident that if someone is good with the cloud platform, then they can learn the other cloud platform soon. MLOps, AWS. Looks like I think even in Singapore, AWS has most number of opportunities. Let's see the last one. This is Sand. If Signed is also looking for AWS, AWS is hands down the winner in Singapore. Just kidding. Lead DevOps engineer S&P Global in Singapore. What is the cloud platform that they're looking for? AWS. So okay, hands down, AWS has most number of opportunities in Singapore. Cool. Let's see if there is any region, other region. Okay, Bangalore. Many people are asking for Bangalore. Did I miss Bangalore? Okay, whoever is asking for Bangalore, we are here. Bengaluru. Yeah, we will also see Germany. Okay, Bangalore East. There is this company, Visa. I think everyone is aware of it. I think in Bangalore, it might be similar to what we saw in Hyderabad and Pune. See, again, this is what I was talking about. Argo CD, please try to spend time as I'm doing this way. Please, because with this research, you will be able to understand about the market much better. You don't need me to do this, but because we are in a live session, I just want to show everyone how to do these kind of analysis. This is what I do. This is what most of the experienced engineers do, so that they understand about the market. If you have the right skills that people are looking for in market, you can get highly paid. Okay, here there is no particular mention, but Argo CD is something to note. A lot of companies are looking for this particular skill. Grow. Let's see what is Grow looking for. Managing applications and deployment on the GKE platform. This is the first one that I saw. Good. CricBus. In India region, GKE is the first one that I saw. Grow looks to be using GKE. We are looking at CricBus now, and they mentioned experience in Google Cloud or AWS. Good. One more with Google Cloud. Let's go to GE Healthcare. Again, mention of GitOps. GitOps, it can be Argo CD or Flux, but yeah, AWS. Then Siemens. Let's look at Siemens. Siemens. CI/CD is a quite common skill. You can note it down that you have to learn CI/CD. You have to learn mainly AWS. So Yeah, I think it will be very similar to what we saw in Pune or Hyderabad. Uh, Instead of TCS, let's look at Broadcom. 5G, Ansible is a common skill. CI/CD, like I told you should definitely have these skills. Like if you keep looking at the job profiles, even though you apply or not, you will get a reality check with what you are learning and things that you are learning are relevant to market or not. Azure. So like I said, I see good number of opportunities on Azure in India. Even this one, Siemens on Azure. Nielsen. Let's see what is Nielsen. AWS. Okay. Ola. Let's see Ola. So till now we saw Argo CD. Ola is also looking for experience in GitOps and Argo CD. So note it down. Argo CD is a skill that a lot of people are looking for. Git, agile methodology. Ola is not that worried about the cloud platform stack, I believe, because there is no mention of the cloud platform. This will be the last one that we will check in Bangalore. I'm looking for CGI. Okay, there is no mention of the cloud platform. But in general, many opportunities are in AWS. There are good number in Azure and few in GCP. Overall in India, I see AWS in the most number of job positions, Azure next, and GCP after that. Very less in GCP. In US, we saw many opportunities in GCP and GKE. And in United Kingdom, literally most of the opportunities that we saw are on AWS. Let's take a look at Germany because good number of people were asking about Germany. So we did look at Canada. Now we are looking at Germany. AWS. Uh, I don't know how to pronounce this. Is this pronounced as Dushi or Dosha? That's fine. GCP and Azure. Okay, one on AWS, one on GCP and Azure. Then let's go to the next one. Microsoft Entra ID. So this is again on Azure. Let's go to the next one. This is BMW Group, which is quite popular in Germany. So let's see what they're using. So we are not sure which cloud platform their tech stack is deployed, but here again they don't have the mention. Oh, AWS or Azure. AWS and or Azure. Good. So we saw a couple of opportunities on Azure and we saw 2 to 3 opportunities on AWS. Let's go to the next one. We saw one on GCP as well. Azure and AWS. So good number of opportunities in Azure. Okay. If you are in Germany, you can learn AWS or Azure. Okay. Again, one more on GCP. So there is good market for GCP also, as I see. You can just verify some 20 profiles, and within the 20 profiles, you can take that count. How many are looking for AWS, how many are looking for Azure, and how many are looking for GCP. In Germany, I also see people asking for GCP. So I think with this little research, GCP is also a popular skill. But AWS is the popular again because a lot of people are asking for AWS. More number of people are asking for AWS. See, if you only want to learn one cloud platform in Germany, I would suggest AWS looking at the time that I've spent here. But you can spend more time and you can decide on it. Okay, there is request for Pakistan. Let's see. Again, I have not searched for this before. Let's see how the job market is in Pakistan. Lahore, Punjab, Pakistan, North Bay Solutions. Okay. AWS, this is on AWS. Let's go to the next one. AWS. This is in Islamabad. AWS. Okay, let's scroll little down so that we also be neutral. There is no mention of the cloud platform. Let me try. This is company called 10 Pearls. Let's see what is 10 Pearls looking for. AWS, GCP or Azure. That means they're okay with literally any cloud platform. Nova Labs. Let's see what is Nova Labs. AWS. Oh, again, Azure, AWS and GCP. So that means they are okay with anything. So when they have all three of them, then I would consider they are okay with any cloud platform. Otherwise, this is on AWS. All the other things that I saw is on AWS. This will be the last one. This is, I don't know how to pronounce it. Oboitis. AWS. Okay, so looks like in Pakistan the popular choice for learning is AWS. Vizag, I think there are, I don't know, like let me see. Vishakhapatnam, there might be very less number of positions, right? But yeah, I don't want to, because there are a lot of people asking for Andhra Pradesh in specific. Let me see if I can find something like number of. If we have number of opportunities, then we can filter. No, all these are India. Like we don't. If I go to this particular thing, I'm sure this is picking up any nearby location. It is not picking up Vishakhapatnam. Like this one is a remote position. So we get all the remote positions. Sorry, this filter. Let's search for any other region. Ireland. Again, let me search for Dublin. Intel in Ireland. So if you look at any job position, the first one that I'm looking at is CICD. So without CICD, I don't think you can get into a DevOps job role at this point of time. Okay, like randomly, I'm also looking at the comment section. PTC. What is PTC looking for? Azure, AWS, Google. Experience in one of the major cloud platform. That means they're okay with anything. So let's ignore. Let's move to the next one. IBM in Ireland. AWS or GCP or Azure. Again, they're okay with anything. Amazon Web Services, I think they'll definitely be on AWS. So let's not look into it. Senior DevOps engineer at depth. Mostly in GCP environment. Okay. Let's look at this one. Or this itself says AWS. So this is a AWS position. Verizon. Let's see what is Verizon on CICD every time. Like I think that's a mandatory line that I see in every job description. AWS. Explio. Let's see what is Explio. Which cloud platform are they interested? Okay, there is no mention, I believe. Nitio. AWS asking for Azure. AWS or Alibaba Cloud. Okay, then looks like mostly on AWS only. Even in Dublin, again AWS. Let's see one last one in Dublin. HomeBuddy. HomeBuddy, I think they are like maybe the home services thing. Help migration to AWS. That means they are on AWS. So they would prefer AWS. Okay, one last one. Because even I am excited to see how is the job market in different parts of Europe. We saw in Germany quite number of people on AWS, some people on Azure, some people on GCP. That's why I'm also trying to understand Dublin. Is the job market in different parts of Europe is different or not? Is it the same? Here in Dublin, I see many opportunities on AWS, cloud providers like etc. GCP, AWS, etc. That means they are okay with anything. Okay, cool. So that was about Dublin. Let's pick up one last one. Then I'll go to Ask Me Anything. I think we saw enough of Europe. Let me search for Philippines. Philippines. Yeah. So this will be our last one. Then we will do a quick Ask Me Anything for 10-15 minutes and then we will conclude this live session. I'm sorry I delayed this live session, I know, but I was quite occupied, so I had no other option. I just want to continue this tradition of our Monday live. I did not do it on Monday, but at least I'm doing it on Tuesday. Like I told you, I was quite occupied yesterday and even today. So I said, okay, I'll at least do it at 11 o'clock. AWS in Philippines. Next is Amdocs. Let's see what is Amdocs again. Web services in cloud. AWS. Zigzag Careers. What is Zigzag Careers? So Zigzag Careers is again on AWS. Night shift, remote, and this company CICD. Okay. So I think we saw around Azure. Okay. Then there is Solar Winds, AKS or EKS. That is AWS or Azure. Ubiquity. We will see this as the last one. Ubiquity. AWS. Oh, okay, etc. So let's not count this. Whenever there is all three cloud platforms, I'm not counting on that. Azure. So it looks like either AWS or Azure. There are opportunities on both of them. If I am in Philippines, I will do little more research and either pick AWS or Azure, but not both. Cool. So this is about the ask me any. The trends and this particular thing. Overall, if you look at the complete thing, because I think I looked at some 50 job openings, and before that, last week I spent looking at almost like 1,000 profiles, job openings that are posted on LinkedIn. I can say 60 percentage or even more are looking for AWS, 20 to 30 on Azure, and I can say like 5 to 6 or 5 to 10% on GCP. This is how the market is. And GCP, it's mostly in US and some parts of Canada. Most number of opportunities. I'm not saying nobody else is using GCP, but if you want to pick up GCP and if you are in US or other parts of Canada, then it's a good option. It's not a bad option because there are opportunities, not as much as AWS, but still there are opportunities. Okay, now we will do 10 minutes of ask me anything. I look at the comment section, and then we will conclude. Few words about abroad opportunities with visa sponsorship. Yeah, you can get that. Uh, 2 to 3 years back, it was very easy to get that remote, like working. If you are in India and if you want to apply for opportunities in Germany or other places, it was not that tough. But at this point of time, looking at the market and the uh, stability, it's not that easy that you get opportunity with sponsorship also. So I would say if you have that aspiration, keep trying. Might be 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, once market becomes better, then yeah. How can I schedule an appointment with you? I've been unsuccessful on TopMate. Yeah. So yesterday night, what happened was, today is Tuesday, right? Yeah. Sunday late night, you can assume like Monday morning, I just opened my slots on TopMate. Then I went to sleep. Next day morning when I open, slots are booked for the next 20 days. So I was about to post. I did not even post that I am opening the slots on TopMate. Just once I woke up in the morning, then I see slots are booked for the next 20 days. And I opened slots for complete April. There are like only 2 to 3 days left. Everything else is blocked. So I'm sorry, I don't know. Like, I thought I will just post it on my YouTube channel or LinkedIn somewhere so that everyone will be aware of it. I think they have subscribed to some notifications on TopMate. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but 20 days bookings are done. Just I opened the slots Monday early morning or Sunday late night. I went to sleep and next day morning. So I'm sorry if you did not happen to successfully book a slot. I don't know how the other people got the notification. They got notified and instantly booked the slots. I'm trying to see how I can help people. That's why I'm coming to this live sessions. I've also opened the slots, 2 slots a day on TopMate. Although it's completely, I have a very packed session, complete day planned, but still I'm trying to do it because I'm doing a lot of videos and people have questions, people have some doubts while doing the projects in the resume. That's why I'm doing this live session and also trying to open slots on TopMate. I did not get that question. ELB present in which subnet? This is very tough. 3 months notice period negotiation. I have not been in that situation when I was in TCS, which was my first company. Back then, also I had that 3 months notice period. But what I did was, like I was very less experienced at that point of time. I just have 2.5 years experience. So I resigned, and then I started looking for opportunities. But I will not recommend that to anyone. It was my confidence that I will get a job, so I resigned. But please don't do that. It was kind of a crazy thing that I've done. At that point of time, I don't know why I did it. I was just like very confident that I'll get an opportunity, so I resigned. So I did not have that experience of negotiation, to be honest. Hey Abhishek, Ranjit, learning AWS. Can you tell me which project on AWS and DevOps should I? Can you make only list of projects which useful in my job? Ranjit, I've done a lot of projects, and the intention of doing that projects in Azure Zero to, like, just go to my Azure Zero to Hero and pick up the projects that you are comfortable with. Like, I've done all the projects that I am comfortable with and I feel that are useful for my subscribers. So just go to the AWS Zero to Hero. There are 4 to 5 projects or even more than that. You can pick up projects which you are comfortable, like there is 3-tier architecture application deployment, there is uh, EKS cluster creation using Terraform. There is serverless project where cost optimization with Lambda functions, AWS config with Lambda functions. We have 2-tier architecture deployment application, then secret management, CI/CD. So we have a lot of things. Pick up whatever you feel comfortable with. How to write Lambda function code? I don't know any programming language. No problem. You can follow our Python for DevOps playlist. That's the reason why I've done that Python for DevOps playlist. ELB comes under which subnet, private or public? Usually, there is something called as public-private subnet mechanism. So, a load balancer, elastic load balancer, is attached with both public and private subnet, so that people in the public subnet can talk to ELB, and ELB can talk to the private subnet, so that it can talk to the instances within the your network, your corporate network. You can also create an internal load balancer where it comes with the private IP address. But general, there is concept called public private subnet where both the subnets are attached to it. Okay, let's pick up last two questions. I am working as a test engineer. Is there any profile for cloud or DevOps testing? What are the skill sets that are required? The roadmap is common for everyone, whether you are in the testing profile, system administration, DB. Your end goal is to become a DevOps engineer. So to become a DevOps engineer, the skills that are required are same. It doesn't matter if you're a test engineer or anything in your past. So the roadmap is the same thing. You need to learn all the things that we have covered in DevOps, AWS Zero to Hero, Terraform, and Python for DevOps. AMI and snapshots are totally different. Which cloud platform is better, AWS or Azure? That's what this entire live session is about. Raghu, please watch this live session from starting. You will get the answer to your question. Okay, so thank you so much for being with me for the last 55 minutes. I will try to do it at 9 p.m. only, but sometimes it's not possible because of the hectic schedule that I have. And yesterday I couldn't come live because of that open source security threat that I've posted on the YouTube channel. So I was spending a lot of time to understand how this happened, and because I'm also a maintainer in a couple of open source projects, I wanted to understand that thoroughly. I spent time on that. Then had a lot of office work that I had to take care of, a lot of things that I have to take care of at house, right? So I couldn't do live session the other day, and today also I thought of skipping, but then I said, okay, at least from 11 to 12 I will do it, and then I'll go to sleep. Thank you so much. See you all in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.